place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
The drive will start with an option going left. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down. Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now it's Fields. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line together.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Binds under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 41. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On play action, it's Rodgers. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet, he's going to have the first down. 2 yards is the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay first. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. On the move past the 40, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields escaping the pressure right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. On 1st down, it's Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To throw is Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to move back in front. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Hey, 626.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. Rodgers going to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Fields. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bears! Dante Pettis. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. And inside give to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off her.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take over. with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. Here's Fields. Rolling to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second down and goal. Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now we've got a third and goal situation. Fields now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to at my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Throwing now is Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra play.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon from 21 yards away. And the Packers get a bit closer.
88. Back one.
Rodgers will throw for it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields steps away. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Off play action, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided scoreline. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but That's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Complete at the 1. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm sure the messages that come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. Here's Fields. And he'll just get rid of it. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And my goodness, another interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Flush to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 131 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. To throw is Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Montgomery, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are on their way to a 2-0 start. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Hey, 88.
On play action, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.